Welcome back. So I have another video, another mail day full of items from a fellow Jewish collector, Jewish autograph collector actually, and he is continuing to whittle down his collection, and I am just jumping on some deals that he is posting. And I have three separate subjects in this particular mail haul, and all part of the overall PC, and some very, very specific, including a very interesting item, very interesting image at the end. But let's start with the first addition to the overall Jewish PC. Now, this image may seem familiar. It is from the movie Bull Durham. So you have Kevin Costner, Susan Sarandon, and this gentleman right here is Max Patkin. He was the clown prince of baseball for about 50 years. He took over for Al Schacht, and he played a very prominent role in the movie Bull Durham as the comedy relief in a comedy. Interesting. So that's an image. I thought I'd start off with something that may be familiar to many of you. Because then if you go into some of the autos I was able to pick up, I'm going to pull out one. So there's Max Patkin. This is produced after the movie, obviously. About 5 years later, 50 years in baseball. Managed to pick up 3 different signed cards for $7 a piece, I believe. And I also was able to pick up this handwritten letter from Patkin to Neil as he was writing to all these people to get their autos. So on his letterhead, local to me, which is interesting. A very, very interesting letter I was able to add to the collection. Next up, we got some Al Rosen pieces. We have this team issue from 1948. I believe it's the 48 issue for Al Rosen. So a nice rookie issue. Had one of these. Price is good, so picked up another. And also picked up the wire photo of the same exact image. So clearer image there. Some light stamping on the back. So I was happy to add both versions of that. And then this is a 56 magazine insert. I think it was a Baseball America or something insert. So tail end of his career there. Now let's get into some really interesting stuff to the collection. First off, you have Al Lopez resigning from the Indians and shaking Hank Greenberg's hand as he resigned. Next up, yes, we have another auto. Came with this certificate of authenticity, which doesn't really mean much. I'm going to send the auto to PSA. It's a newspaper affixed to an index card. But if you look here, 1981 Second National Sports Cards, Sports Collectors Convention in Plymouth, Michigan. It's definitely an older, a signature from Greenberg's later days there. So I was happy to add that particular piece. And then there's this one. This is the sale of the Cleveland Indians. With Greenberg, Wilson, Hornbeck. Little telephoto. So type 3. But it didn't have this particular image. So I was happy to add this for very inexpensive. And then the final inexpensive one, it's not an auto. It is a type 1. But this rather unassuming photo. Which the image itself is nothing spectacular. But the content that this meeting represents was really fascinating to me. This is from July 1954. And if you read here, it took place in New York. Officials of American League teams meet at the Commodore Hotel in New York, July 26th, as annual midsummer conferences get underway to discuss problems affecting the major leagues. Hank Greenberg, general manager of the Cleveland Indians, is due to hear the brass discuss his novel proposal of having National League teams play American League clubs to give the game of baseball a needed shot in the arm. So interesting. Left to right are Dan Topping, president of the New York Yankees, Del Webb, vice president of the Yankees, Will Harridge, president of the American League, Greenberg, and Charles A. Comiskey II, vice president of the Chicago White Sox. So, what this photo clearly represents, which I didn't know until I saw this photo and read that descriptor, was the whole concept of interleague play as really discussed in its kind of current, or how it was originally introduced in 96, was the brainchild of Hank Greenberg. So a really fascinating addition for me as an addition to the Greenberg collection, but really interesting image and meeting with regard to baseball history and kind of the game as we know it today and how matchups are determined. So that was a absolutely amazing pickup. I was happy to add that for inexpensive. And again, it's a type 1, so always happy to have that. And obviously we have a little Hank signature in there. Another Hank image there. A couple of Rosen pieces. Interesting, again, to see the photo and how it was used later in reproduction, mass reproduction. And some Max Patkin signatures, a letter, and a little Bull Durham action. So, that is what I got for you this time around. And until next time, please remember to collect what you enjoy what you collect, and don't let anybody, especially the market or YouTuber, dictate that to you. And most importantly, have fun. And have fun by participating in this community. Whether it's making videos, watching and commenting, going to live streams or group chats, going to your LCS or local card show, or simply talking about the hobby with family and friends. The more you put into it, the more you'll get out of it. The more you'll learn, the more your PC will grow, the more people you'll meet, and the more fantastic friendships you'll form. So I thank you very much for joining me. Hope to see you again. Have a good one, and bye for now.